Without further ado, I'd like to introduce the Minister, who is the Honourable Stirling Hinchliffe, the Minister for Multicultural Affairs, Minister for Local Government and Minister for Racing. Minister, really looking forward to hear your comments as you open these proceedings. I know that you seem to be at everything to do with the multicultural sector. You rarely miss an event, you really do show up, and the sector is very, very appreciative of that. It's been great to have you as Minister. We're really looking forward to the next few years in the role, and really looking forward to the next couple of minutes as you address us. Thank you.
Thank you, Peter. That's kind. I want to respectfully acknowledge the traditional owners of the land on which this event's taking place and the elders past, present and emerging, particularly those that are in the room with us. And before I continue, I'd like to make specific mention of the Queensland Government's statement in the Multicultural Charter, which we're here today to bring to life. The Charter states that we all honour the Aboriginal peoples and Torres Strait Islander peoples, the first Australians, whose lands, winds and waters we now share, and their ancient and enduring cultures. That we also acknowledge the achievements of our forebears coming from many backgrounds, and that a bringing together of the cultures of people from many backgrounds forms an integral part of Queensland's identity. So can I also acknowledge and welcome Race Discrimination Commissioner Chin Tan, Peter Russo, the member for Toohey, other government representatives that are here, our panellists including Ian, Kathleen and Sarah. Ladies and gentlemen, it is really a pleasure to be part of welcoming you to our third Multicultural Queensland Charter speaking series. And it's also been a pleasure to tasting, Peter, those Eritrean donuts as well. It's certainly made a difference to my morning. It's laid a great platform, that having that taste of harmony has played a great platform in giving us the opportunity to be here today to talk about the Multicultural Queensland Charter. And the theme today, as you've heard from Peter, is that more than words, turning the Charter principles into actions. And the reason we chose this theme is because we want the Charter to be more than an aspirational document. It needs to be more than a statement of 8 principles. It's up to each one of us to take that next step and consider, how can I bring these principles to life? And my advice would be to start with one principle. Choose a principle that really speaks to you and is relevant to your work. And we've got so many people from so many diverse roles in this room. And make that your priority. If you work in HR, why not start by focusing on Principle 6, which is about the creation of opportunities, including economic opportunities. Perhaps you could identify where there may be opportunities to take on interns from a migrant or refugee background. And you don't need to do this alone. There are plenty of great organisations out there, such as MDA, Access, Career Seekers and Refugee Talent, who can help you find the right person for the role. If you're in a service delivery agency, you can start by focusing on Principle 4, which refers to equitable access to services. Next time you're in the waiting room or reception area of your service centre, think about what service experience might be like if you don't speak or read English very well. To make your service more accessible, you might consider having some materials translated into different languages, including some which let clients know that they can ask for an interpreter if they need one. These are just very simple examples, and there are many ways that we can put the Charter principles into practice and make a difference in people's lives. The 8th and final principle in the Charter particularly resonates with me, considering the recent events in New Zealand. It states that a united and harmonious community promotes a sense of belonging amongst its people and builds community confidence and resilience. If there was any positive that can emerge from the terrible, terrible tragedy of that terrorist act in Christchurch, it's been the community coming together to unite against hatred and division, and to express loudly and clearly that we all belong and our diversity is a source of our strength. We can all play a role every day by speaking out against racism and discrimination in all its forms and speaking up for diversity and inclusion. And so I'm looking forward today to hearing from Commissioner Tan and from our other panellists, and I'm sure you'll be inspired by the actions that they are taking. So it's great to see so many people in the room wanting to know more about this prominent work, and as Peter mentioned, for the first time we'll also be live streaming this event. So welcome to everyone across the state who have tuned in as well. And I'd also like to welcome representatives from some of our Multicultural Queensland Ambassador Program organisations and members of my Multicultural Queensland Advisory Council. I know that you have been taking and making great deeds and great actions to support the Charter and to support its transition from words to actions. As I mentioned, it's up to all of us to bring the Charter to life, whether we work in the corporate, not-for-profit or the public sector, whether we're based in Brisbane or in a regional area, whether we're just starting out our diversity and inclusion journey or we've been running some great initiatives for some time. It's up to each and every one of us to make the Charter more than words and to translate it into real actions. Actions which create meaningful outcomes for migrants and refugees, and actions which contribute to a more inclusive, harmonious and united Queensland for all of us. So thank you again for joining us here today, and I really hope you enjoy the forum as much as I anticipate I will. Thank you.